that is like makes zero sense. Like
It
for me
didn't.
personally, like so you have to post me, but then all the girls like in your likes, and then I can add dudes. Yeah, that's toxic right away. I don't know. It just doesn't make it doesn't have any logic, you know. Like I don't know. For instance, like I don't want you to like see female friends because I'm insecure of you cheating on me. You know, this is the most common thing. But then, yeah, you cannot allow to do anything, but I can like have dudes in my DMs or whatever. Like
Yeah, so with her, like she would like FaceTime her ex boyfriend. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? It doesn't make sense. Like, yo, if I did some shit like that, you go crazy. Like she would do this, and I'm like, yo, I don't do that. You know, I could be disrespectful, but I don't do that. You know, but she asking me to change and all this other stuff, and she was just like real. She was super toxic. Like I would go see her every weekend, like 5 hours away. I would have to take a train or a plane. I would go see her right
that's very
every
determined
weekend.
for a toxic relationship.
Yeah, I was a determined person, but like she was just so toxic. She was like, "You need to change this. You need to change that." I'm like, "Yo, what are you gonna change about yourself?" Like, I can't. You know, she couldn't change the fact that she's like fucking crazy. Like, I wouldn't say crazy, but like she was like, oh, she was a hypocrite. That's what she was. She was a fucking hypocrite.
Mm, yeah. Well, I would agree on just in general, like that's not healthy. And I think relationship is something, any relationship, right? Like it's something where you go and you feel good, especially if like the person you love on all levels, not just platonic, but physical, you live together, whatever. This is supposed to be a place where you go and you feel home and you relax. There's not supposed to be a place that you go and you have even more stress after like all the like outside world like pressing on you daily. I don't know. So for me, it's just like, yeah, it's just not something I would want to for myself because it's exhausting. Every single time you have to prove yourself to the person that you kind of, with. Like, why do I have to prove myself? Like, we're in this together. And especially in terms of like hypocrisy, I was like, the fuck? Nope. Bye.
Yeah. So what about you? Like, have you had this the bad? You changed for the worse?
Yeah, definitely. That was probably the first like and only like long-term relationship. Like, what I was like 17 when we started dating, and uh, yeah, within like half a year, I didn't have any friends. Not because I was like forbidden to have friends overall, but he never wanted to hang out with my friends, right? And obviously, like I want to spend time with him, and we ended up just having like his circle of friends. His like we're going out like whatever, like taking vacations together, blah blah blah, like hanging out together, going on dates with his friends, hang out with his friends, doing stuff with his friends, traveling with his friends. And by the time like we ended the relationship, I had zero friends. And literally like a few people reached out to me who I knew through like hanging out with him, like some friends of friends. And like this girl, like she's my lucky seven, and till this day we're really really close friends. Like she's my bestie and she was one of the first who reached out to me, and she's like, hey, are you okay? Like I heard you guys broke up. And like I'm like happy because it turned out into like fucking beautiful friendship, right? But it's hard, and now I'm just like, what the fuck? And for good, I don't think, yeah, for good, like when I like when people give me like the food for thinking, oh yeah, like, but like still like I need to go through that myself to better myself, no one can drag me into it, it takes a will of your own to go through that change. But it's very nice to have, as I said in the beginning, like someone who's like uplifting you all the time. It's like, yeah, go for it, like, oh, you're beautiful, but like let's go for a run, or I don't know, let's do sports, or I don't know, whatever. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
don't drink that much wine. And I was like, yeah, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's always nice. So when someone is like taking care of you, but again, like, I don't know, I don't understand when you have to like ask permission or like advise your partner, like whether you can post this or this on social media as well. Like, I can understand it, but like if I'm doing it for a reason, not because like I want like some other dicks in my DMs. No. Like if I'm with a person, like, yeah, I don't want that. But I feel myself. So like, I want to show myself out. Because not like, again, not because I want dicks in my DMs, but like I was posting like last year, myself in like Savage Fenty lingerie, and it got me on the website for Savage Fenty lingerie. I mean, for fuck's sake, you know, it's something that, you know, I was like, wow, I'm not a model, but I was just like playing around during the lockdown, and it got me some places. So, you know, maybe if I would continue that, if I had courage, like not courage, but like if I had energy to do like many pictures, maybe I would end up there, you know, like as an ambassador, like, you know, big goals, whatever. So, you know, in terms of that, especially like with social media, when it brings so much shit, like good and bad. Yeah. I mean, if dudes like lusting over my pictures, they can do like with my clothes on or in the picture from the beach. So I don't see the difference between posting picture in like lingerie, like, you know, not with my legs spread, obviously, but like, you know, showing my bum or like side boob or whatever, with me posting on the beach, because it's pretty much the same amount of body I'm showing, you know, and I just don't get it, like, for me personally at this point. But yeah, but I do understand why dudes are like, you know, so obsessed. I wouldn't be happy if my dude would post like gray sweatpants picture. But again, if we're like good in respect, I was like, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, so I think that like change also comes within you as the person on the other end. Like if you know you used to do things in the past that you wouldn't want to do with like a partner, you should change that on your own self. You know, it's like okay, I wouldn't be out here talking to all these people, like all these girls, when I'm going out with my homeboys now that I have a girlfriend. You know,
yeah,
that stuff like those are changes that you can make on your own, which I think when you show somebody that you're changing on your own and they notice it, I think that's like the best like prize to your partner, you know. And if they're really trying, they're really doing it, they're really doing that, and it's like, damn, you know, they're doing it without me having to even ask for it.
The Gossip Mind Podcast.